Cat on a Hot Tin Roof is an American classic.
Like a cat on a hot tin roof.
I feel like a cat on a hot tin roof.
What is the victory of a cat on a hot tin roof?
I feel all the time like a cat on a hot tin roof.
Rachel, you can't live your life on pins and needles.
I've been on pins and needles all morning.
Well, I'm on pins and needles too.
Yes, I'm on pins and needles about getting home.
The week it's been. I don't know about you. I was on pins and needles the entire time.
You're a little anxious and you have this dream.
I'm just lonely. I'm anxious.
Now instead of feeling scared and anxious, I feel relaxed and
I'm gonna be as cool as a cucumber.
You're probably cool as a cucumber.
Cool as a cucumber. Just like you.
This way, when the client does show up, you'll be cool as a cucumber.
Like this, I was in there, and I'm waiting, and I'm totally poised. I'm cool as a cucumber. All of it.
I'm trying to make you feel more at ease.
10 minutes. I'm already perfectly at ease.
yeah, well, put your mind at ease.
I just wanted to put your mind at ease about.
So when you became a billionaire, at what point did you start relaxing? Were you still nervous when you became a billionaire, like I gotta watch this? So when you became a billionaire, at what point did you start relaxing? Were you still nervous when you became a billionaire, like I gotta watch this?
What did your mom say when you became a roofer?
But when you became one of the student leaders...
So when you became an adult, you'd be fully prepared.
You were so young when you became famous.
At what point did you think this was a successful marriage?
At what point did you get in your truck that morning?
At what point did you stop caring?
At what point did you just admit you're a liar?
At what point should you ever stop trying?
So when you became a billionaire, at what point did you start relaxing? So when you became a billionaire, at what point did you start relaxing? Were you still nervous when you became a billionaire, like I gotta watch this?
1 pig's worth, 2 pigs worth, 3 pigs worth, and so on and so forth and so on.
And D would represent the number 1, and E the number 2, so on and so forth.
Right now the limit's cat 5. Pretty soon it's gonna be cat 6 and 7 and so on and so forth.
So on and so forth, you know the rest.
Don't forget to invite your parents and significant others, etc.
I stole a coat, etc., etc., etc.
Day and date, etc., etc., etc.
Ditto, ditto, etc., etc.
He'll still go to summer camp and whatnot.
You know, news and culture and whatnot.
Like the color of a house and whatnot.
And then in here, it's kitchen and whatnot.
International businessmen and the like.
Not trying to teach me to be strong and the like.
And some bits and pieces, money and the like.
Business and the like.
There's a splash of mouth-watering sauce as each one lands.
What in the name of everything mouth-watering and wonderful is that?
And a dozen other mouth-watering taste treats.
And this is to die for.
Isn't there chocolate just to die for?
The roast beef sandwich is to die for.
Your corn pudding is to die for.
Coffee really hits the spot.
That really hits the spot.
Something that always hits the spot.
Isn't this just scrumptious, girls?
It's absolutely scrumptious. And it was the most scrumptious cake in the entire world.
And I'll make us something scrumptious for lunch.
This food is amazing.
The food is amazing.
This food is amazing.
It is so good.
So good.
Very nice. Very tasty. Very nice. Very tasty.
Very tasty.
Not at all. Very tasty.
Oh, it looks so delicious.
Your food is so delicious and perfect.
Oh, this looks so yummy.
I'm still trying to wrap my head around what your thing is.
And it took me a long time, but I was finally able to wrap my head around it.
I know you didn't wrap your head around this deal in the last 10 minutes.
I'm trying to get my head around it since it all happened.
When I'm helping these kids make sense of their lives, everything about my life makes sense to me.
So, you see how hard it can be to make sense of things when you're looking at them really close?
Do you comprehend what it is to be responsible for another human being?
She began now to comprehend that he was exactly the man who, in disposition and talents, would most suit her.
You could just close your ears, bury your head in the sand, and pretend you don't know what's going on.
If all you're gonna do is stick your head in the sand, then you're not gonna have an associate or a girlfriend to get back to work from.
Go stick your head in the sand forever.
Basically, she has her head in the sand.
At least he's being honest. Willing to admit that there's a problem here instead of just burying his head in the sand. But fortunately, you have me to show you the ropes.
They both have a lot of experience and can show you the ropes.
Listen, Randy, he is going to take you on the road and show you the ropes.
I thought
I thought your dad could show me the ropes.
Glad you've done this conference before, because I'm definitely going to need somebody to show me the ropes.
Okay, some tricks of the trade.
I thought if I knew some of the tricks of the trade, how to give him what he wants.
I hung out there to learn the tricks of the trade.
Now, before we begin, we thought it might be fun to ask Candace to show us some tips and tricks of the trade.
Okay, listen. Let me give you a tip as your search continues.
Well, at least let me give you a tip.
Oh, no.
Can I give you a tip?
Sure. Well, I'm sort of new around here. Let me give you a tip, okay?
Do you want me to walk you through a delivery schedule?
Shall I walk you through the history?
Jackson's gonna walk you through some of the new school values.
But he really just wants to walk you through your options.
So, why don't I walk you through her daily routine?
You sure I can't twist your arm? And you flew all the way here to twist my arm?
Okay, but if I were to twist your arm, what would you say?
You shouldn't exactly have to twist my arm. But I knew you'd suspect I was trying to twist your arm and you wouldn't like it, so I didn't.
Just, I don't know, I was thinking if I showed up, I might be able to twist your arm. Please, you really be helping me out.
You can't make me do anything.
You can't make me do that.
Are you really gonna make me do this right now?
You're actually gonna make me do this, aren't you?
Don't make me do this again!
The resources are stretched thin enough as it is. I can't.
Budget stretched thin as it is.
I'm stretched thin running everything.
We're stretched thin these days, and
I'm stretched thin right now. I'm not bidding the job.
I appreciate the offer, but I'm really stretched thin these days.
I overextended myself again.
We overextended ourselves competing for that last round of contracts.
they are absolutely overextended.
You're already overextended with that knick-knack shop.
I'm financially overextended, meaning I have more expenses than money to cover.
It's not like Family Co doesn't have the money to cover.
Something about a Betty didn't have the money to cover.
You needed money to cover your losses. I was.
You're still the perky cheerleader who thinks that she can pull the wool over everyone's eyes.
You can't pull the wool over my eyes, dear lady.
We cannot pull the wool over the eyes of the Lord.
Daddy, don't think you could pull the wool over my eyes.
I thought we were past the days when you would try to pull the wool over my eyes.
I'm not going to pull the wool over your eyes. But if you cooperate with me right now, I will make sure that none of your dirty laundry is made public.
That is a smoke screen.
This is a smoke screen.
How do you mean a smoke screen?
It just feels like smoke screen.
In my experience, they pretend to give it, but it's generally a smokescreen for demanding it back with interest. But I'm not going to mislead you. This is not the case.
Lindsay, I can't let you mislead her.
The eyes can mislead, a smile can lie, but the shoes always tell the truth.
You know who would get a kick out of it?
I get a kick out of these kids.
Don't you think the kid might get a kick out of knowing how it happened?
I thought you'd get a kick out of it.
You don't want to go to places I get a kick out of going to.
I know the rest of the team would really get a kick out of that.
If you think that's a little trouble, then you're really gonna get a kick out of this.
It seems that there are some students here who get a kick out of giving us a bad name.
You actually seem to be enjoying it. Are you enjoying the view?
I'm enjoying my week with my son.
You're gonna have to put your foot down?
I thought you put your foot down on that one.
She's your daughter. You have to put your foot down.
All it needs is for you to put your foot down.
Way to put your foot down, Benny.
Yeah? Well, I mean, sometimes you gotta put your foot down. Even with the ones you love, like you.
Stay with it. Here we go. Now put your foot down. I got you.
Or we could take a stand for what we believe in.
This is our first really important test. Let's take a stand.
And if I'm going to take a stand, I need to know for certain that you feel as I do.
Okay, you gotta take a stand on this Johnny thing before it becomes permanent.
Keep your shirt on.
Here.
Keep your shirt on.
Keep your shirt on, buddy. You're doing great.
Keep your shirt on. I'll just be a minute.
Right. Did you just keep your shirt on?
Fresh coffee on the way.
Yeah.
Take it easy. Keep your shirt on.
Calm down, calm down.
Stay back!
Calm down, detective.
Ma'am, I need you to calm down.
Just calm down. All right? I got this. Watch.
Calm down, relax, act surprised, and have an amazing time.
Time to bring out the big gun.
Wow! He really pulled out the big guns.
Since I have her attention, it's time to bring out the big guns.
You really broke out the big guns with that one, didn't you?
I guess I am gonna have to break out the big gun.
I'm pulling out the big guns, E, showing you the full power of this agency.
Oh, won't, Jack. You'll have to go to your boss and tell him that you failed without taking out the big guns.
Oh, we have a secret weapon.
This time, I got a secret weapon.
I don't need to practice. I got a secret weapon.
Only this time I brought my secret weapon. My brain.
Okay, this is your most important secret weapon, the water bra.